Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Brady. Brady is from Vancouver in Canada. So let's see what Brady has to say. Enjoy the interview. Say hello,
Great.
Brady. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Just enjoying a beautiful sunny day. Finally, it's been raining the last few days in Canada, so where I'm at.
Wow.
So
And tell me
yeah,
what has been the highlight of your weekend?
I've been taking care of my parents' dogs this weekend. So I'm a big animal person. Just been loving the dogs, treating them well, giving them extra treats, getting all that good treatment.
Sweet. And where are you from, Brady?
I am from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada.
Born and raised?
Born and raised, well, partially on Salt Spring Island to those who know the area.
I see. So tell me,
Yeah.
what's the biggest joy of living in Vancouver, in your opinion?
Oh, well, it's a very convenient city. You can go to four different ski hills in this period of half an hour.
Wow.
And we have a very large park downtown on the peninsula of downtown Vancouver called Stanley Park. And it's full of old growth red cedars. And it's a very old park. It's quite beautiful. It's on the ocean, and you get the mountains, ski hills, parks, and we got really good food. The quality of the Asian food here is exceptional.
Wow. That's incredible.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what do you do for work for living, Brady?
I am a life coach in religious trauma sector.
Oh, wow. So let's start the interview talking a little bit about it. And actually, I made a note here about religious trauma. So what is about?
So basically, I grew up Mormon. And I had an interesting experience when it came to my family dynamic, as well as my experience with religion, that influenced me to want to share with others how they can better have a healthy relationship with God.
Wow. And why trauma? Why something that for you it wasn't something that you didn't want to be involved with, or it was something that you need to explore or being out of it? Why do you help people regarding that?
Well, particularly because of my personal struggles with finding out about some history of the church I grew up in and bringing those questions to the leaders of the church that I belonged to at the time, they they were unable to answer my questions.
Hmm.
And they were questions regarding doctrines and fundamental beliefs of the religion. And I did some more research and found out that um, some of the beliefs of the faith I had been taught weren't true. And so I felt like I had been lied to.
Right.
So that led me to not trust very easily um, religious powers, and therefore helped me understand that I have a right to develop my own opinion
Hmm.
and continue to search more about religion. And I believe there's many great parts to religion. There are really good people in religion. I support people in living their religion. I'm not completely against it. I just know that people should know the truth.
100%. I
Yeah.
like you. I like you just said. I think religion is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing. Religion is just. I think you need to find your way or how you connect beliefs. Be more explained or more open about it, understanding as well for you to be able to be part of it. I think That's the beauty of it. And sometimes, of course, there is things that can be controversial or maybe doesn't fit in our well-being or maybe our way of thinking or understanding. And that's when it can crush a little bit. And I think people like you that, you provide a job that helping others and explain more based on your personal life, I think is very inspiring, for sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brady, in the beginning of the interview, I always ask my guests on the show to bring something that means a lot to them. So that could be a picture, could be a gift, could be
Mm.
objects. Is anything you could share with us?
Absolutely. So I have a small vial here. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah.
but it contains the ashes of my grandfather.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful and so personal. Oh,
Yeah. And we're actually having his memorial um, in a week and a half.
wow.
So he died last October, and he's a very important person to our family.
Mhm.
And he suffered from dementia for a couple of years. And he was a good example of who I wanted to be in life. He
Amazing.
volunteered a lot. He gave a lot of his Uh, he volunteered a lot of hours towards writing newsletters for the Canadian Pacific Railway and other organizations, et cetera, et cetera. He was a very service-oriented person.
Beautiful. Oh my God, thanks for sharing that, Brad. I think we love our loved ones, our parents, our siblings, our friends. However, our connection with our grandparents it's just something unique and different, and it's
Mm.
just different. The way we relate to our grandparents, it's something unique, and I think it's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. Amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Sure.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ready.
Right, before I start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that maybe you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can take another one, okay?
Okay.
Easy. First question is, if you could be in a movie in real life, which one that would be and why?
Movie.
Yeah.
Avatar. Because the visuals in the movie just inspired me. And at the time in 2009 when Avatar first came out, I felt like I needed kind of like a place to escape in my mind, and it created a safe place for me.
Beautiful. Oh my God. Tell me something. When I was checking your profile, of course, I saw you some pictures, some different places in the world, and actually in Brazil, in Fortaleza, and I was like, oh my God. So tell me a little bit more about, are you just exploring the world or travel to some place, or there is something behind that you are working on?
Well, I was exposed to Latino culture when I was 12 years old. My parents would take us to Mexico in close to Tijuana, and we would build houses and donate clothing and food to the locals there. And so I started learning Spanish when I was 12 and fell in love with the Latino culture.
Mhm.
And later on, when I was about 25, I learned Portuguese. And I have since, been in a relationship with a Brazilian woman and really enjoyed that and been to Brazil 3 times.
Wow.
And as well, because I grew up Mormon, I also served a mission in Chile where I learned Spanish and obviously learned how to speak it fluently. But I just love Latino America. It's very warm. And of course I love traveling. Traveling is so much fun and I plan to do a lot more of it.
Wow, I love Fortaleza. I'm from Mato Grosso in the center of Brazil.
Mhm.
But I've been to Fortaleza a few times and I just love it. Actually, Fortaleza is one of the The beautiful, did you go to Jericoacoara as well? Did you explore Jericoacoara?
No, I didn't go there. I actually haven't been to Fortaleza. I've only been to Santos, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro and Buenos.
Oh, so when I thought Fortaleza, I saw something, maybe because of your tag name, Fortaleza, I thought was in Fortaleza.
Ah, the name of my life coaching business is Mas Fortaleza.
That's why I thought, okay, maybe it could be there. Wow,
Yeah,
amazing. All right,
yeah.
next question. Let's do it. Hey, Brad from Vancouver in Canada. Tell me, next question is, what did your parents do that comforts you the most?
Oh, this is a great question because I have been struggling to connect with my parents lately. Um, I think honestly, what comforted me the most is when we would spend time together as a family. We went on a lot of road trips. Since I'm the third of six children, we can't we couldn't afford airplane tickets a lot, so we would drive more. And where I live is quite beautiful, so it was very comforting to spend quality time on the road with family.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
so your parents, they're watching this interview right now. When you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message, what would you say? They're watching.
I know sometimes I don't sound like I love you guys, but I love you a lot, and I really do look up to you, and you've influenced a big part of me, and I am you, and I hope to just bring honor to your name.
Beautiful. What's the biggest joy of being Brad? What you like the most about being you?
The most joy of being Brady is Brady is a very positive person,
Okay.
and Brady really likes helping people. And the joy of being able to connect deeply with others is the joy of being Brady because he gets to see people change for the better.
Wow. Actually, I'm calling you Brady, but it's Brady. I'm calling you the British accent.
Oh, it's all good. It's easier. People call me Brady all day long.
Amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Actually, I'm playing a Brazilian song. I don't know if you, when you're in Brazil, you heard about Xuxa, Rainha de los Barritos, the Brazilian entertainer for kids.
Probably. I have probably heard it before. Yes.
Before the next question, being a coach, a life coach, tell me what's the biggest joy of it and the flip side. What do you find most challenging about it?
Hmm. Life coach, the most joy of it is when people are willing to change and and you literally just help them identify the steps that they need to take and that people take them. People are more resilient and willing to change than you think, even though the hardest part of being a life coach is seeing when people feed into their fears instead of really taking action on their dreams, especially because the reason why you were connected in the first place was because they wanted to live their dreams.
Wow,
But you need to respect people's willingness to make choices and that ability.
I see.
So,
Okay.
mhm.
Next question for you is, what's something you believe that is undeniably true?
God exists. There is a God, and God created this universe. And you may call it whatever you want, but for me, God has put his hand on what we know as matter and has created something beautiful.
And what's your connection when you think about God? What's something about him that comforts your heart?
Even though bad exists in the world,
Hmm.
good exists too. There's a balance, and we see what we focus on. And if we want to focus on the good, we will find more good.
Wow. I agree with you, Brady. I think, I think the word, there's the balance, you need that no, we need, but there is the bad and the good. And I think both of them, they are balancing the word. You know what I mean? I think there is something there.
Hmm. They have
When you
balance.
Absolutely. And you think about life, what's the meaning of life for you?
The meaning of life is to spread as much goodness as you can
Hmm.
and overcome the evil within yourself.
Wow. Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
I feel very grateful for my first serious relationship, which was with a Brazilian woman.
Uh-huh.
She taught me patience and willingness to learn, openness.
Wow. Tell me about your first kiss and your first crush.
Oh, first kiss, first crush. First crush was probably a girl who I asked to marry me when I was 4 years old.
So, did she
Uh,
accept it? Did she say yes?
no, she said no. Um, I don't know if she was my first crush or if I was just fascinated with the idea of marriage at the time.
Oh, sweet.
But I think my real first crush would have been maybe in grade six. I really liked this girl named Danielle. She was deaf, and I identified really well with her struggles.
Wow.
And I felt, she was just cute. I like dark-haired women, so she had, she was a dark brunette, I think, if I
Wow.
remember well. Yeah.
In your opinion, what's something that people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
Oh, there's so many controversial opinions on this lately. Um, Personally, people shouldn't sleep with each other unless they want to get married. I think that that part of us has been very loosely expressed recently in the world,
Uh-huh.
sexual behavior, and I feel like we should wait for marriage.
I see. Okay,
Yeah, that's what comes to mind.
I see. And
Yeah.
for you, in your opinion, getting married, yeah, there is another level of knowledge between people, or do you think they should get married when they feel like, when something like, okay, it's ready now? Or each case is different. How do you see that?
I have a very strong opinion about this subject.
Hmm.
So to be simple and easy to understand, obviously you should like each other.
Yeah.
Um, Hopefully, if you're in an arranged marriage, that you learn how to like each other.
Okay.
You should learn how to communicate and respect each other. Respect is huge. Like just how a woman wants to be told, I love you, a man
Hmm.
wants to be told, thank you, and respected.
Wow. Great point.
Yeah.
3 questions left. Let's do it.
You're a good
Okay.
dancer. You're Brazilian, I can
I'm
tell.
Brazilian. The blood. Next question
Yeah.
is, what would be your ideal day?
Oh, Probably spending some time on the coast of Portugal, just looking out the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh my God. Anywhere specific in Portugal?
South Portugal.
Well, I live in the north. I live in Porto for 5 years before moving to England. So I was based in Porto after leaving Brazil. Beautiful. I love Portugal. Portugal, it's a place where my heart is. My roots are in Brazil. My heart is in Portugal. And oh my God, in England, I've been most of my life here. I need to find a phrase for that. I think my life is here. So
Mhm.
okay, I found the answer. So my roots are in Brazil, my heart is in Portugal, and my life is in England. I made it.
Beautiful. Love it.
And if you could travel in anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
Ireland,
Hmm.
because I look Irish. I am Irish.
Okay.
And I just feel a deep connection to the culture of Ireland as well as the history of Ireland. They they have a beautiful language, they have beautiful culture, and I identify with it very much.
Wow. Okay, so I'd like you to answer the next question with your best Irish accent, okay? Joking.
Right, laddie, let's go.
Next question is, what makes you a unique person?
Oh, I thought for a long time that I was an extrovert, but
Hmm.
it turns out I really like being alone and enjoying my quiet time.
Why is that?
And this is significant because I thrive really well in a crowd, and I'm able to talk to people and network very easily.
Hmm.
But I really enjoy my peace and my meditation time that I might be able to get to know myself better.
Wow. I'm not sure if you believe in astrology or if you don't believe it, but what's your star sign astrology, if you know, or if you
I know what they label me as. I'm Sagittarius.
interesting. They say that Sagittarius they have the biggest hearts compared with other star sign astrology.
Mm. Hmm. I believe
Interesting.
it.
Yeah, that's my second one. My first one is Scorpio. My second one is Sagittarius. What will
Mm.
be the title of your memoir one day, Brady?
Oh, something to do with peace and service, of giving of oneself.
And when people read your memoir, what's something that you'd like people to take with them?
That a life of service is one well lived.
Wow, amazing. I love that. Two questions left. How do I say two questions left in Portuguese?
Duas perguntas mais.
Faltam duas perguntas.
Faltam duas. Muito bem.
I love it. Let's do it.
Ah,
Okay, before the next question, being a life coach, of course, you're talking to people, you are, somehow there's energy there. You are, somehow understand their way, you are somehow taking some information, and sometimes this energy or the topic can be a bit heavy or maybe negative or maybe something that's um, it can come to the table. It's just part of the job for sure. My question for you is: there is a way for you somehow to block this negative or energy, or maybe there's a way for you somehow not to put, involve and bring to your personal life, if you know what I mean? Or how do you find the regarding that for you not to be able to somehow separate your personal life, your personal feelings, or being compassionate, not to involve with the your work itself.
basically, you need to learn how to compartmentalize with different topics and
Hmm.
people. because life is basically relationships. And you can either verbally tell yourself, oh, now it's dinner time, or now it's family time, now it's personal time. I'm not at work anymore. And mentally, verbally, you could write it down. I don't have to think about that right now. I can think about that later.
And that's a way for you to somehow disconnect with the work that you're providing.
Yes. There are some pretty strong subjects, as you mentioned,
I see.
that are not comfortable for everyone.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Wow.
Hmm.
Okay. Next question is, okay, this one, if you could go anywhere right now, I already asked you, said Ireland, so I'm gonna explore another question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Next question is, how would your best friend describe yourself?
Oh, very empathetic,
Uh-huh.
very thoughtful, and as well as impulsive.
Interesting.
Brady, li- Brady likes to do fun things now.
Wow.
So if he has the money to go to Portugal or Ireland, he would go tomorrow.
Wow. It's so me.
So,
It's so me.
yeah, no questions asked. Just figure it out when you get there.
So tell me one of the trips that you've done this way. For you, just out of the blue, you just book a ticket and do it. Do you remember the last one you've done like that?
Yeah, I was just in Brazil about 2 months ago, and I bought the ticket 6 days before I went.
Oh my God. Actually, I'm going to Brazil. I'm going to Brazil next week, but I bought my ticket 6 months ago. So,
Uh-huh. I beat
so yeah.
you by a few months. Yeah.
When you planning to go again, there is any date or something that you're planning to go to Brazil again or not?
I would go to Brazil again if I was interested in purchasing property there.
Mm-hmm.
But that probably won't be anytime soon. I'd probably more likely go to the United States to go purchase land very soon.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Last question, ready?
Ready.
Última pergunta. Vamos lá.
Vamos lá.
Okay, but before the last question, tell me, I can see you smile when you talk about Brazil. So tell me what Brazil or Brazilian culture has taught you so far.
Ooh. Brazilian culture has taught me that life is hard, but life is worth living. So
100%.
enjoy every day as if it's your last.
Wow. It's so interesting saying that, Brad, because when I arrived in Europe, I remember like I arrived in London after leaving Portugal. And I remember like
Mm.
sometimes it's just a cultural thing. Sometimes, people moaning about the weather, moaning about things. I felt confused. I was confused because it's like, I don't see this as a problem. It's just a fact.
Where is the danger, right?
So
Yeah.
it's also so funny for me to adapt to somehow, and I'm fascinated about it because again, it's not right or wrong. It's just different. So for me, when I was my workplace, like connect with people, not just from England but for Europe, yeah, like some Poland, and I remember and sometimes they were moaning about things, and I was like, oh my God, that's nothing. That's really nothing. And I remember once a colleague I was working in a hotel, and this work colleague, she came up to me and she said, William, do you have problems in your life? I was like, yes, of course I do. And she said, I never seen you complain about anything. and I was like, and I was like, actually, she made me think because I never thought about that. After she told me that, I started watching myself, and she was right. Because she said, I never see you mourning about the weather, about the food in the hotel, because sometimes people, they were complaining the staff food was a bit bad. And I was like, I never seen you complain about anything. I'm just wondering if you have any problems. I was like, oh my God, trust me, I do. I do have problems for sure. And she made me literally understand more about me. And actually, she was right. I I don't find myself moaning or complaining about things of like on my normal days. Of course, I can, if something's hard or something. Of course, I will open up or I can talk. But again, it's a cultural thing, as you said about Brazil. So problems, it needs to be something really like bad for us to somehow
Yeah,
talk about it. But again, not right or wrong. It's just different. That's
it's different.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good different though.
Yeah, it's no way, and it's true for you. You have the experience of being, not just in Brazil but other cultures. You can get, what I mean, some of the differences, and I think it's fascinating to be able to presence that, or to be able to somehow see the differences, and I think it's just fascinating.
Yes,
Last
I
question.
agree.
Last question is: if you could sit down with your 13-year-old self, what would you say? That's a great question for you.
Mm. I would tell my younger self it's okay to make mistakes, and you actually have a lot of friends. You have a lot of really good friends, and you should embrace those friendships more
Wow.
and
Wow.
not feel alone because you aren't alone.
Tell me one of the strangest way that you met one of your best friends.
uh, it's not how I met him, but an experience I had with him, but that
Okay.
just proved how much of a good friend he was. I was in Subway at lunch with my friend Robert. Robert was a very tall guy, like 6'8", and he weighed like 300 pounds. Okay. In grade 10. So he was a very big guy. Okay. So he
Oh,
was 15 and was very big. This girl walked in with my brother from the same high school into Subway, and she was beautiful, like just gorgeous, right? 17-year-old woman in her prime, dark hair. And I turned to Robert and I said, "That's the most beautiful woman I have ever seen." And she's walking in with my brother. Okay. She's hanging out with my brother. So I'm jealous, right? And Robert turns to me and goes, "Dude, that's my sister."
oh my God.
And I just remember being so embarrassed, but it connected us well. And yeah, it was a good story.
I love that. I love that. And I'm just guessing how he took that as a compliment or something that's, to be concerned about it. I like that. Wow.
Ah, she had lots of guys, so she was
Wow.
busy. She didn't have time for me, and she was older, so
Okay. At least you have the memory to share now.
yeah. And my brother was a lucky guy that day.
Wow. For sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right, it's not the
Hmm.
end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words. Just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking.
Okay.
Let's start with money,
Freedom,
fear,
difficulty,
family,
ooh. Uh, emotional vulnerability,
wow, life,
truth,
love.
wanted.
Oh, sweet. Do you think it's far away, or do you feel like it's coming somehow? You can feel the energy of love, or still do you think it's not that close yet?
I feel like it's right around the corner.
Oh, all right.
So however much time that is, I don't know, but I feel like it's close.
Amazing. Religion,
A great starting point.
sex,
Healthy,
politics,
We should be involved.
Friendship,
Excellent.
desire,
Should always express.
regret,
Be more open.
success,
Dreams.
wish,
Not part of my vocabulary.
wow, happiness.
Relative.
One word for Vancouver.
Great food. That's two. Great
One
food.
one word for Brazil.
Colorful.
Wow, that's a good one to describe actually. One word for religious trauma.
Hmm. Warm.
Okay. And the last one now, life coach. One word.
Exciting.
Wow. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee and I'm going to ask your best friend, what's the most beautiful thing about Brady? What do you think your best friend would say about you?
Hmm. You have deep insight.
And something that he still needs to prove on, to improve or to work on. What do you think your best friend would say about you?
Love yourself more.
Great. Let's play now, Brady and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, what's your favorite Portuguese word?
Beleza.
I love it. Beleza.
Eu acho sobre essa palavra muito.
Beleza. Wow.
Beleza.
I had an interview here with a lovely man from Argentina, and he lived in Brazil before. And I asked him, I said, what's your favorite Portuguese word? And he said, cadê? Cadê?
Cadê?
It's like a junction between, I love it. And I haven't heard that for a while. And he said, cadê? I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard this for a while. Cadê? Cadê this? Cadê that? So it's such a Portuguese from Brazil word. Like, cadê?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I like using slangs to address my male friends. So, mano, parça. Beleza, né?
You see, Parsa, I didn't know Parsa, but as you're saying, I can understand. But Parsa must be something very local. Of course, you know, saudade, the most beautiful Portuguese word in my opinion. Saudade, I think it's the most beautiful words in Portuguese for sure.
It is a nice one.
Okay, you can ask me a question now, Brady.
My question for you, William, and I think your name is actually Guilherme, no?
Guilherme. Yeah, I mean, it's William, but if you translate, it's Guilherme. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What do you miss about Brazil?
Oh my God, that's a beautiful question. That's a beautiful question. And oh my God, I'm gonna go to Brazil in less than a week. So I'm already feeling the energy about my roots. You know what, Brad, what I miss the most about Brazil, I think we kind of talked a little bit already in the interview is, you know, living abroad. And I feel so fortunate to have this opportunity to live abroad. And I think I'm very lucky. And also, but at the same time as well, I feel the luckiest person to be Brazilian. I think I was born in a country where, you know, we hope, like there's a hope there. For example, World Cup just happening, just finishing today actually, and Brazilian people, we could be losing in the last second, but we all of us are gonna be there hoping that we still can win. You know what I mean? So that's our mindset that we have in our blood. Like hope is a word that Brazilian people we related to it. You know, of course, before I left Brazil, I never thought about that. It was something so normal for me. But living abroad, I realized that we have hope. We have this approach of life that there's no other place. The way we approach life, it's something unique and different. Yeah. And what I miss the most about Brazil is about this mindset, you know, some like this warmth that we have. Like when I have friends going to Brazil, and they come back saying, "Oh my God, William, I asked someone information in the streets, and actually after 10 minutes, I felt like best friends because there was a way of talking, explaining some information that I felt like I could talk to this person forever, like I could be friends with this person." So we have this approach about life, about people. We love people. I think Brazilian people love people. We love to accommodate. We love when people come to Brazil. We want to show our culture, our foods, the way we think. We want people to integrate in our cultures. Like it's so fascinating to see the way. So I think we have problems, and as you know very well, like big, huge problems in Brazil, of course. Sadly, some problems, but I think
Mhm. Like all places.
yeah, yeah, like those places, yeah. So yeah, there's something about what I miss the most. Back to your question, is this mindset to approaching life or this way we connect with each other. And it's funny because when I go to Brazil now, Brad, when I go to Brazil on holidays, vacation, when I start talking to my friends and everything, I start to remember some like habits that I don't have anymore or I missed anymore. And when it comes along, for example, when you said the word, when this colleague said cadê or beleza, this kind of words, some when I'm there and I hear those slangs or words, I feel like, oh my God, I'm here. I'm back to my roots. So that's what I
Yeah,
miss the most living abroad. It's about this approaching that we have that's just in Brazil that you cannot find anywhere else, you know? So yeah,
yeah.
that's one of something that I miss the most about my country. Yeah, for sure.
I have to agree. Brazilians are, in my opinion, more warm and inviting than Mexicans. I think
You're saying, okay?
my experience with Mexicans is great. I love Mexicans, but Brazilians are just another level up.
Yeah, and it's something genuine, as you know very well. Not we don't make up that. It's just something genuine about us. That's just you just come along, and yes, I can wait to get there and just live that again. You know what I mean? Let's relive,
Yeah,
and it's great. Great question. Thanks for that. Did you
of
enjoy the
course.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, óbvio que sim.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being so kind and being
Yeah.
so open about your life, sharing your experience, based your personal life as well. I think it's amazing to be
Mm.
helping others, through your experience. So I appreciate your time for sure, Brad. And
Likewise.
before you go, if you can share a positive message, a positive quote, or anything that you live by.
Yes, absolutely. So, my favorite poem of all time is written by Robert Frost.
Yeah.
So, Robert Frost's poem, The Road Less Taken, states that I took the road less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. And that has kind of like secretly guided me throughout my life. And so, if there's a road in your life that you feel that you want to take, but you're just scared or worried what other people will think of you, that in itself just means you should go ahead and take it.
Wow. I love that. And I would like to mention as well that when you're gonna do something in your life or take this road or anything, if you feel these
Hmm.
butterflies in your tummy, this scary feeling, it's a good sign. It's a good sign for you to go for it. I even got goosebumps now saying that because if you're
Hmm.
gonna do something in your life and you don't have this excitement or scary or these butterflies, maybe it's not the right one. But if you feel these butterflies, this scary, trust me, it's a good sign. It's your intuition that's saying, do it, go for it, because that's the right path to take. So, yes, I
Yeah,
totally agree with this quote more than ever. I think something that's always being inspired by following our intuition is very strong. Our intuition doesn't lie, it always, go the right direction. Well,
absolutely. Follow your gut.
amazing.
Amazing. You've been wonderful, great host, and just keep it up.
Muito obrigado.
Igualmente, prazer.
Beleza. Tchau, tchau.
Beleza, cara. Até a próxima saudade.
Até a próxima. Tchau, tchau. Tchau.
Tchau.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.